So I have a Kenmore front load washer that's making this really loud grinding sound, and I have an like LE code that happens when I try to run it. So this is the washer that I have, and I'm gonna show you how I fix the problem. First, I'll show you the sound that my washer's making so you can compare it to your washer to see if it's making the same sound, and it's probably the same problem. At first I thought it was the bearings, and it's basically located inside of the drum. There's like two of them. Here's the large one and then the small one, but I can tell you that's not it. That wasn't the cause of the sound. I also thought it was the washer spinner support. I took that out and replaced it, but that wasn't the problem. But I still replaced it anyways because it was really like corroded and stuff, and there's like a lot of buildup on it. So I replaced this part anyways because it looked pretty bad. But even after I replaced it, I was still getting that grinding noise. What's funny is I used Bing GPT. It's kind of like Chat GPT, and I told what type of washer that I have and what problem I'm having, which is the grind noise. And it told me that it's probably the Hall sensor. The Hall sensor is located on the motor stator assembly, and I'll show you how to replace it. So the first thing you want to do is get access to the back of the washer. So move it into a place where you can remove the back panel, so that way you can replace the Hall sensor. And for safety, I recommend that you unplug the washer. You might need to disconnect the water, like the hoses, and make sure you shut the water off, and make sure you have a bucket to drain any water. First, you want to remove this bolt from the rotor assembly. It might be really tight, and you might need to use a lot of force to unscrew it. And you might need to use a little bit of force to remove the rotor assembly. Then remove the bolts from the stator assembly. There are wires connected to it, so you want to pull it away carefully. Then unscrew the wires from the back. Then disconnect the plugs. Some of the plugs you might need to use a screwdriver to loosen it. This piece right here is the Hall sensor, so this is the piece you need to remove. You might need to use a screwdriver to pull the clips away, but do it carefully so you don't break it. So this is the bad Hall sensor, and I noticed there's like a bump and some indentations on it. So I'm guessing whatever's going on underneath is causing the problem. I'm not sure exactly how it works or what it looks like underneath, but I'm assuming that this piece is bad. This is the new Hall sensor, and it's smooth. There's no bumps or any indentations or defects, so I'm guessing this is how it should look. So you basically need to install it in the same spot. Just basically snap it in place until the clips lock in place. So basically after that, you want to put everything back together. You put the plugs back in, screw the wires back in, put the stator back on, and then screw the bolts back in. And then you'll put the rotor assembly back on and then tighten the bolt in place. So now I'm going to plug it in and then test it out. Okay, there's no grinding noise and it's turning like it should, so I think we fixed the problem. So the Hall sensor was only like $9 on Amazon, so it'd be a $9 fix. So better than hiring someone to fix it for you that would probably charge you a lot more. So I'll put a link in the description on where you can purchase the Hall sensor.